So Shane had a lot of concern about a couple of trees on his property that showed a lot of signs of rot, as you can see here. This one was dangerously close to his house. So before he went any further on any renovation, he wanted to get rid of those trees. So he hired a company and they cut the trees down and dragged them all to the back area of his property that you can see here and stacked them all up, which worked out pretty well. As you can see, that stump was really rotted. That rot followed right up through the tree. So now we had an obstacle of a lot of trees piled together. So we came up with an idea how we wanted to attack this. The way we came up with to address it was to start at the very top of the limbs and remove as much of the small limbs that weren't entangled with each other as we could, so we could bring all the small pieces of cut-offs up to that pile to the back of the property where he's going to later burn it. At this point, we removed a lot of the limbs. You can see a pile is ready to go back right there. But now Shane and I are working our way down the tree to the lower part of the tree. You can see there we piled up a random pile of cut-offs. He's going to use this wood for burning, for heating in his house. So we cut a lot of them down to about 16 inches long. So here you can see the pile in the back of the house. I like to pile limbs like that all in one direction, so they seem to burn better that way. That pile eventually evolves into like I want to say like a TP shape, and it allows for a lot of air and a lot of burning to happen very easily. You can see Trudy's there supervising or getting in the way, whatever she feels like doing. So at this point, we're getting a lot of them chopped up, and we're working our way down the tree. Tracy, with a wheelbarrow, she started stacking wood there. Ultimately, we were able to get a lot of room to use the trailer. You can see here how rotted that tree was. That was one of the big limbs that were hanging over the house.
I think that was a bird's nest.
And Tracy found a nest in that. We think it's a bird's nest, but you can see there the pile is starting to take shape. We kept that separate from that pile because that pile is all ready to be burned, and the stuff that we just cut up is really green. So technically that stuff don't really burn that well. So that might be a pile that we burn next year. So you can see here where we've worked our way quite a ways down the tree. But at this point, the tree gets really big. And so we decided to hold off on cutting up those trees because it started getting late in the day. But you can see there it was really rotted. Shane's thinking of maybe slabbing some of these pieces also for some future table projects. But this is where we have temporary piles of wood here, and it's going to have quick access to Shane's basement wood stove. What's really good about the way they cut this tree down is they were able to cut it really low. So we might have to grind that down a little bit, but be able to just cover it up with dirt after. So I just wanted to do this quick video to keep everybody involved in our progress. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.